The Smuggler.
Latka was a customs officer in Europe. He used to work in a small border town. It wasn't a busy town, and there wasn't much work. The road was usually very quiet, and there weren't many travelers. It wasn't a very interesting job, but Latka liked an easy life. About once a week, he used to meet an old man. His name was Spevna. He always used to arrive at the border early in the morning in a big truck. The truck was always empty. After a while, Latka became suspicious. He often used to search the truck, but he never found anything. One day, he asked Spevna about his job. Spevna laughed and said, "I'm a smuggler." Last year, Latka moved to the United States. One night, he was having dinner in a restaurant in Los Angeles. On the other side of the restaurant, he saw Spevna drinking champagne. Latka walked over to him.
Hello there.
Hi.
Do you remember me?
Sure, of course I do. You're a customs officer.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I retired last year, and I live with my daughter in Los Angeles now. I often used to search your truck in the old country.
But you never found anything.
No, I didn't. Can I ask you something?
Of course you can.
Were you a smuggler?
Of course I was.
But the truck was always empty. What were you smuggling?
Trucks.
Opinions.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Archer?
Yes?
I'm from Channel 5 TV. We're doing a survey.
Oh, really?
Could I ask you a few questions?
Well,
First, did you watch TV last night?
yes, after dinner, from about 7 o'clock.
And did you watch any of our programs?
Yes, most of the evening, till 11.
So you saw Animals in Focus. What did you think of it?
It was very interesting. I like wildlife programs.
So you're interested in wildlife.
Uh-huh. That kind of program always interests me. It's very difficult to film animals, you know.
What about your husband? Did he watch it?
Only for about 5 minutes. He's not interested in animals. Look, I'm very sorry, but I have to pick up the kids from school. Are there many more questions?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll give you the questionnaire. Could you and your husband complete it and mail it to us?
Sure.
First of all, Animals in Focus. What did you think of that?
Great. Really great. It was educational, just right for the children. And chimpanzees always amuse me. Much more amusing than Lenny Hill in the next program. Some of his jokes are quite shocking. And young children are watching television at that time of night.
Uh-huh. What about Texas, Texas?
The worst kind of TV. This kind of program annoys me. It's all just money and sex. Not interesting.
Okay. And the report on violence in the cities. What did you think of that?
A very important program. The problem of violence worries everyone.
The news?
The news always interests me. There isn't enough news on TV.
And lastly, the horror movie.
Well, horror movies like this don't frighten me at all. I just turn them off.
Advice.
Hi, Keith. How's it going?
Oh, hi.
You don't look very happy. What's up?
Oh, nothing really. I bought these jeans about 2 weeks ago, and they're too tight. I have to lose weight.
Maybe you should go on a diet.
Sure, but what kind of a diet?
You should eat lots of salad and fruit.
I hate salad. I prefer meat and French fries, and I love candy.
There you go. You shouldn't eat too much meat, and you shouldn't eat candy at all.
I know, Nick. Believe me, I know.
What's the matter, Dario? You're very quiet today.
I'm worried about my English.
What's the problem?
I'm not practicing enough.
Why not?
Well, it's hard to meet Americans.
You should go out more.
Where should I go?
Maybe you should join a gym or take a class.
Americans never speak to me.
Well, you should speak first.
What can I talk about?
Sports. They're always interested in sports.
Hello, Brian. You look tired today.
Yes, I'm working too hard.
You should take a few days off.
I know I should, but we're just too busy.
I'm working 12 hours a day.
12 hours a day? You're going to kill yourself.
What else can I do?
Maybe you should quit.
I can't. I need the money.
Congratulations.
I'm David Burns, and I'm going to announce the winners. Senator Cheryl Adams is going to present the awards, and our first winner is 78-year-old Mrs. Flora Dobson. You all remember her. She's a very brave woman. She's the one that knocked out a robber with her walking stick. Step over here, Mrs. Dobson.
Congratulations, Mrs. Dobson. Is that the stick that knocked him out?
Pardon me? Oh, yes. This is the one, all right. This is the one that knocked him out. I hit him like this.
Oh, dear. You won't hit me, will you?
Well, thank you, Mrs. Dobson.
Pardon me?
Thank you. Thank you. And our second winner is Mr. Mac Foden. He's the one that drove his truck into Silver Creek and saved a town.
Congratulations, Mr. Foden. You were very brave. How's your leg?
Not too bad now, thank you, Senator.
And now we have a pair of twins, Mandy and Marie Fox from Wisconsin. You all remember them. They're the ones that pulled a 9-year-old boy from a frozen lake last January.
Well done. Which one of you is Mandy and which one's Marie?
I'm Mandy, and I'm Marie.
Next, we have Travis.
Waiting.
Hi, Amber. Is the boss in?
Yes, Steve. Miss Arnold's in her office, and she's waiting for you.
Oh, has she been waiting long?
Yes, she has. She got in at 20 to 10.
20 to 10? So she's been waiting for 20 minutes? Wow, I'm in trouble.
Well, she isn't very happy.
Well, Vera Parker, hello. Are you waiting to see Dr. Lightfoot?
Hi, Alice. Yes, I am.
How long have you been waiting?
Well, let's see. I've been waiting since 9 o'clock.
So you haven't been waiting long. It's only 10 after 9.
Right, I haven't. I've been reading this magazine. There's an interesting article here about operations.
You shouldn't read that, Vera. You'll be worried.
No, I won't. I enjoy medical articles, you know. I've been reading about heart surgery. There are some great pictures. Look! Alice? Alice, are you okay?
Dan, call the waiter again.
I've been trying to call him, Sally.
But Dan, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes, and I'm not going to wait any longer.
I'm sorry, Sally, but he's talking to that woman.
Yes, I see. He's been talking to her since we came in. Excuse me, waiter.
Yes, ma'am. Do you want your check?
The check? We haven't seen the menu yet. Well, I guess it's difficult to choose just 5 things out of a whole lifetime. I need a little time to think. Well, the most important thing for me was the birth of my son. But I guess everyone chooses a birth. But that really changes your life. That's the biggest change for sure. What else? Strange. I think the assassination of President Kennedy in 1963. That's a long time ago. Really a long time. But I was in high school, and for me, it's like the line between being a kid and, I don't know, growing up. I don't think it changed my life, but I remember it so well. And everything was different after that. So that's 2 milestones then. Oh yes, and the day that I moved into this house. I've lived here for 20 years. I've always loved this house. Then there was my accident. I don't like talking about it, really. I fell down a mountain when I was skiing. I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. I couldn't walk for nearly a year. What else? That's not all. One more. Let me think. This sounds silly. A few years ago, I was in an elevator and it stopped, just like that, between floors. I was alone there for 5 hours. I was terrified. I thought about my life and my family. I still have nightmares about it.
A court case.
A few months ago, there was a bank robbery in San Francisco. The police arrested a man and a woman. They're in court now. Mrs. Cato saw the robbery. She's on the witness stand. The judge and the 12 members of the jury are listening to her. A lawyer is asking her some questions.
Now, Mrs. Cato, you saw the bank robbery, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You saw a man, didn't you?
That's right. I saw him when he went into the bank and when he came out.
Now, look around the court. Do you see that man?
Yes. He's the one. He's the man I saw.
He wasn't alone when he went into the bank, was he?
No, he wasn't. He was with a woman.
Now, do you see that woman in the court?
Yes. There. She's the woman I saw.
I see, Mrs. Cato. Now, look at the man and woman again. This is very important. Are you absolutely sure about them?
Absolutely sure. They're the people I saw.
Now, Mrs. Cato, what was the man wearing when he went into the bank?
I don't remember everything, but I remember his hat and his bag.
Look at Exhibit A on the table. Is that the hat?
Yes, that's the hat he was wearing.
And Exhibit B?
Yes, that's the bag he was carrying.
Do you remember anything about the woman?
Yes, she was wearing a black wig and red high-heeled shoes.
How do you know she was wearing a wig, Mrs. Cato?
Because it fell off when she was running to the car.
Look at Exhibit C on the table. Is that the wig?
Yes, that's the wig she was wearing.
And Exhibit D, look at the shoes.
Yes, they're the shoes she was wearing.
Thank you, Mrs. Cato.